If all goes well, this should be a short video. I'm sure people watching can tell whether or not this was successful or not ahead of time. I'm gonna be playing some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Online in Dueling Nexus with my Ritual deck. And I won't stop until I get beaten as badly as I was beaten by Toryu a little while ago. Mega Cyber's Ruin, I may as well show the deck. I got some help and it took a whole bunch of edits, but this is basically it. It is a ritual deck through and through, considering how many ritual monsters there are. Incantations, pretty much every normal monster here is here as a starter. Watapon is there to be funny. Cyber Petite Angel and Diviner of the Herald are a nice pair. These three right here essentially work as the big beat stick boss monsters. Rash is gonna be very rare to come out. Well, all three of them are pretty rare to come out. But together with Natasha, they can make for some real nasty combo since Natasha protects, and if she goes to the graveyard, assuming the enemy is smart enough to read Natasha's graveyard effect, I can bring her back and try stealing something, so it's a bit of a control deck as well. Yeah, Cyber Angel, Megalith, a little bit of incantation, and I suppose Diviner, but I consider the Diviner just Cyber Angels as well. The Megaliths are also still technically mostly there as a combo starter. Renewal of the World is just there because I needed more cards for the math. These two are here in case things go wrong. I was thinking of removing them altogether, in fact, and reducing this down to a 40 size deck, but everything here is an engine. Everything here makes up a system. Every card here is an integral engine that makes the system work. It isn't powerful, I mean, that's to be expected. It's a ritual based deck, which rituals Konami will never give love to. And of course, they'll never really be good just due to the fact that they're so freaking atrocious, due to the fact that they are a special summon that doesn't come from the extra deck. Speaking of the extra deck, unless I'm really desperate, none of these will ever really see the light of day. Diviner of the Herald can steal some levels with any of them. Usually though, I'll just be sending Herald of the Arclight to trigger its graveyard effect. In a worst case scenario, or if I really want some levels and I plan on tributing Diviner of the Herald to get someone out, then I can use Chaos Goddess as she's the highest level fairy I can get levels off of. But I can be flexible and go for lower with Beatrice and maybe even Pure of Light, and then Elder Entity. So she can be level 2, she can be, well, she can't be level 2 actually, but she can be 4, she can be 6, she can be 8, and she can be 10. But yeah, these guys will never get summoned under normal circumstances. With a few exceptions, the zombie vampire if I want to flex somehow. Same with Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. She's technically only ever gonna come out if I'm already winning so much. But she's there because, I mean, she looks cool. Cross Sheep is there to give some draw power. If I'm really desperate, or to, again, this one's just there to meme. You never know, the enemy might be stupid enough and put something Relinquished can steal with Watapon. And yeah, Herald of Mirage Lights I can summon in a pinch if I can't do any combos on my turn and hope I can get its effect to trigger on the field. And then the side deck, so I did get inspired by looking online for some other decks. These two used to be here. They were additional boss monsters until I realized they really weren't doing anything in the engine. They are, in fact, dead draws. In fact, this deck has quite a lot of dead draws, I imagine. Uh, Watapon is kind of a dead draw, but ultimately they can still work. Uh, these two incantations are only one-offs, so they should be rare to get. Unfortunately, rare does not mean impossible, and if I draw them, they're just kind of worthless. I can try using Incantation Inception. I can Incantation Inception them from the hand, but ultimately they are best when I'm able to trigger their effects with my Pensive Plume or my Chalice Lime. In fact, Chalice Lime is more ideal to draw than all of these. Emergence is great. Emergence and Full essentially allow me to Emergence and Full work together in harmony to allow me to ritual summon as often as I want. Full summon something from the deck. This thing puts megaliths back into the deck. And the megaliths allow me to ritual summon literally anything, as long as it's in my hand. So that's the ideal scenario, but it's never gonna happen. But it's there, because it's there, and it's a consistent option that I can rely on that the enemy will have to deal with. In terms of side deck, these two are just really nice trap cards to have. But unless I know I'm like going second and I have really good reason to play them, I'm not gonna be seeing them. And everything here, for the most part, is trying to adapt an alternative strategy where I lean more into the control rather than the beater aspects of the deck. Charmer, Lustrous, obviously, control, control, and yeah, like I said, most of these will never see the light of day, but my side deck allows me to lean a little more heavily on the extra deck. But of course, this is a ritual deck through and through, so it's just a side strategy, and even then, as a backup strategy, it really isn't all that good than the main strategy either. But yeah, super polymerization, try to get Garura or maybe Elder Entity. Bloom Diva is literally worthless to summon. And yeah, if I want, I can side in Millennium Eyes, Relinquished. I can put in my two polymerization things, because obviously the main side strategy is to try to use Relinquished instead of Ruin. But yeah, the main goal for the deck always will be Ruin plus Natasha, because I really, really like Ruin. She was pretty much the catalyst as to why ritual monsters are my favorite, and that's purely because I think Ruin is hot AF. Anyway, enough deck primer. This is starting to become more like a freaking CMO video. Let's get to the actual thingy. Let's go ranked. And again, ideally, this video will not take long, and my first match will be my only match, because I plan on doing some writing. Good gosh, have I been holding off on my writing, and I need to do some writing. I said I would get a chapter written every month. The month is nearly halfway through, school is about to start, and I've barely done anything for the second chapter. God help me and my aspiring hobby. Scissors, of course. I have dice. Dice might be nice to have. Oh, this guy wants to go second. That's interesting. Well, let's activate pencil. I can only bring out candle. And since I have machine angel but no machine angels, the obvious choice will be incantation inception. And then I can try bringing Aratron and Bethor out together, but I don't really see the point in doing that. Yeah, getting any of the boss monsters for my starting hand is really bad. I've only got Aratron, which is so bad. Yeah, and that's not gonna do me anything. Yikes. Well, there's always game 2. This deck's I've always been able to consistently pull out a pretty good opening field turn 1 with this deck, but this really does just happen sometimes. And it always feels bad. Why are they thinking so long? Aratron is not that hard to get out. And really should. They have to get it out. Sky Striker. Because if they don't, my next draw might actually allow me to do something. uh, why does this always happen? Perhaps Mega Cyber Angel can still be just a little bit more consistent. I mean, ultimately, if you ask me, I think the problem is I have too many of the big boss monsters. From over here. I could maybe reduce all of these to just one-offs. The reason I used to at the very least tolerate Dakini and Izana's existence. One, they look cool, but also they had high levels, which meant I could use them to ritual summon a lot of stuff. But of course, if your only purpose is to act as Starfather, you're next to useless. And thanks to Full and the other guy existing, I'll roll dice. That tells me to go scissors again, of course. Good old nothing beats that. Alright, they're going first. At least I know this time they're actually gonna try to stay. A standard 40 size deck. Ooh, Pearly again. Is he actually gonna reveal pretty much his entire hand? Resting. Oh no, it reveals that from the deck, not from the hand. Sleeping memory. Roll and lock. We got no hand trap, so he can set up as much as he wants. Here's a Purely. No, God, don't. Oh no. Come back, please. You know what? Let me adjust the deck first. I do believe I only want one of all three of my megaliths. The original deck I took this from had four. Honestly, four might be a better number. Uh, Aratron is the most important one. Bethor and Phalag only really need to activate their effect once. Then again, Aratron is kind of the same. Yeah, I'll try just one of them for a little bit. Why not? And then I can choose to either. I like my spell list. I don't think this will be changing. So I can try adding more normal monster starters, or I can try increasing the amount of rituals I have. 3 Bentens I think is overkill. Obviously, more boss monster is bad. Hmm. I think just running 3 of Ophiel and Full will be a good idea. Hmm. I don't like Ox effect, but technically having all three of them is not good because it allows me to at the very least ritual summon with all three of their once per turn effects. That allows me up to 3 summons with them. which is very important, I think. So 3 of Ophiel sounds nice but unnecessary. At the one card I want to be a starter is very much full rather than Ophiel. Yeah, let's run 2 of Haggis and Ophiel. Haggis, who I keep calling Haglith. Yeah, because I really want this to stay at 45. Yeah, if turns out 3 is too little, I'll add another freaking whatever's. Replace the other whatever. But this should be fine. Alright, let's try Europe. I think it would be best to set a time limit. I'll make that 21 o'clock. 1.5 hours. Maybe it should just be 1 hour. Alright, let's try paper this time. I'm calling it. This guy's gonna go rock again. Alright, I'm gonna roll dice now. Paper again. Nice. I'm going first. Oh shit, Phaleg doesn't have this starter effect. Oh my god. Oh my god, I bricked. Maybe I could have tried bluffing by setting 3 down rather than just renewal. The point of reducing the amount of boss monsters was that I would brick less that way. What is this? Maybe it's not a good idea to reveal this too early, but whatever. Oh, did they also brick? Oh no, wait, Phaleg can do the thing. It's just I literally had nothing I could use. Well, I have literally no point activating the graveyard, the summon activation effect. Let's get Ophir. Sacrifice Ophiel. Ophiel. Get Haggith. Get Megalith Emergence. Set it. And once again, that's all I have. Could have tried attacking, but in modern Yu-Gi-Oh, unless you know you can kill, battle facing just to reduce life points is, oh god, reasoning. Bro, I literally don't know. I'm just gonna roll dice. Here's a 12-sided die. A 2, apparently. How? Holy shit. Oh my god, I am literally the luckiest person alive. There was no reasoning there. I have no idea what this guy's deck does. Star Liege? I have never heard of that monster. Archetype. I literally just started getting back to Yu-Gi-Oh! You know what? I'm gonna go get Bethor out, actually. That sounds like a funny idea. Summon effect will still activate. Lightsworn Aegis. Graveyard effect will also activate. Alright, Synchron is still back. Okay, wow, the game can actually begin now. Game's actually going now. This is a synchro. Ooh, Athena. Or Minerva, rather. Okay, this is a Lightsworn deck. I see. I gave him fuel by putting Bethor out. I don't know what the new Lightsworn cards can do, but I do know they really like having shit in the graveyard. And Minerva is strong enough to take out Bethor. Advice against hitting Bethor out though. There's Judgment Dragon. This might be game. That guy can fusion. Red eyes. This guy's still going. Yo, is that fucking zombie vampire? What? This guy is crazy. That's his win kit. This is what his deck's been leading up to. As long as emergence is safe, this is salvageable. Alright, got Haggith and those were... Dude, you're supposed to take out full. This guy clearly does not know the megaliths, but I can't fault him for that. Nobody knows anything about rituals. But this means I still have all three of my most important starters. Bethor literally wasn't doing anything for me. He just has his summon effect going for him. So him leaving the field is perfectly fine. I can't bring out Khaled for some reason. Is that actually just straight up not allowed with this effect? Fair. Hmm, I'm out of ammo. Yeah, this is game. Let's just see where this will go. Hey, tier limits. Oh, I know who. What a flex. Oh, dang. Right, let's do this. Next round. I'll try evenly matched. I don't need two renewals. And you know, do I really need a playset for Machine Angel Ritual? Again? This is overcompensating. Lockbird. Can't put anything to my hand. Interesting. what's worse, I'm gonna try getting Ox effect to trigger, and of course it doesn't. What about summoning something? Does that work? I can summon. Nope, can't search with Talismandra. Chalice and Lime is the that not gonna lie. When did Lightsworn start taking your own life as well? I like how Raiko the Lightsworn Hunter went from being a really good Lightsworn card to being a useless one. Since it's a flip effect monster, I don't think anyone uses it anymore. Alright, there goes my front row. This attack should be gained. Eventually. Dude, attack! Guy really wanted to show off every card in his deck. Okay, yes, please attack and take game. That'll deal piercing. That'll go through. Then one last. Alright, cool. I'm satisfied with that. I can make some further improvements with the experience I got.